I'm Lauren, a rehab specialist here at the Sport and Spine Rehab Center in Fairfax. Today we're going to talk about a very common injury, sprains and strains to the ankle. The body's first response to an injury is swelling. To combat that swelling and quicken the healing process, we're going to use the RICE method. RICE is an acronym that stands for rest, ice, compression, and elevation.
Wait a minute. I thought you had to stick your foot in rice, like a bag of rice.
Common misconception, that's for your phone. For our RICE, we're going to make sure you get off that foot as quickly as possible. Make sure you're resting and giving your body the necessary time to heal. Ice will be applied to the area of injury, but don't put it directly on the skin. We want a buffer area, be it a towel, a sheet, something that gets it directly off the skin so it's not too cold. We want to apply that for about 20 minutes max. Compression is helpful to minimize your swelling. You don't want to compress so much that you're cutting off the circulation. Any blueness, purpleness, that is a red sign. We want to get that less compression. You can use that with an ice bandage or any other kind of wrap. Last but not least is elevation. Bring that injured foot above the level of your heart. And if you're finding that the ice, the rest, the compression, and elevation isn't just cutting it, come on here to the Sport and Spine Rehab Center where we'll happily work with you and get you back on your feet in no time.